Robinhood's largest ever $200 million acquisition of Bitstamp accelerates its crypto expansion, challenging, some say, Binance and Coinbase. Despite its regulatory hurdles, the deal is expected to boost Robinhood's crypto growth, particularly in the EU. Here to talk about this and Robinhood's offerings is the GM of Robinhood Crypto, Johan Kerbrat. Welcome to Cheddar, sir. Good to see you. So let's talk about this acquisition. First off, what does it mean for your company?
Yeah, this acquisition delivers in three key ways for Robinhood. One is to accelerate the crypto international expansion, like you mentioned. Two is to bring a globally scaled crypto exchange to the company. And three, it's really to introduce the first institutional business to the company as well. And there are three really important things here to really discuss. So on the international expansion side, Bitstamp already hold over 50 active licenses and registration globally, and it will bring in customers across the EU, the UK, the US as well, and Asia to Robinhood. And on the institutional front, Bitstamp has been trusted by institutions for its reliable trade execution, the order book, and the API connectivity that they have. And so this means Robinhood will enter the space with an active and highly trusted business with established relationships, so we're not starting from scratch.
We mentioned Binance and Coinbase there in the introduction. How does that allow you to better compete with them?
Well, it's just at this point, Bitstamp already hold a suite of regulatory operating licenses. So we know that to do that, Bitstamp had to maintain high standard of compliance and follow strict regulation. And so the fact that the company has developed already strong relationship with regulators across the globe, the fact that, like I mentioned, they already have an institutional business and already have like a lot of active customers, it really put us in a different position where we're not just focused on retail in the US.
And overall, what does it mean for crypto?
I think this is a great move for the crypto space overall. Like there is a need for more competition from trusted business that are working with the rules and that are safety first, like Robinhood is. And I think from there we can just offer more features to more customers across the globe, and so it's overall better for everybody.
Yeah, and what's needed, and you mentioned the word trust in there, which is key for crypto. We see both Bitcoin and Ether up between 55 and 58% in the last 6 months. How do you increase trust?
I think it's just with time. There is a lot of time when people are comparing us to other platforms and they're asking us like, when is Robinhood doing X or Y or Z? And in general, we're just saying we are going to work towards offering what our customers are asking. We're always discussing with them and trying to understand what are their pain points, and then we try to deliver as soon as we can. I think we saw some of our competitor in the past, like FTX, not necessarily doing the right thing and trying to move as fast as possible, and we see the results. So for us, we are, like I said before, like a safety first company. We're trying to take our time, but we're also trying to deliver what our customer needs.
Yeah, for the average investor, are we far enough away from FTX that people are going to feel more comfortable to get in now?
I think it's a very different world. Like if you think about it, the BTC, the Bitcoin ETF news, now there's the Ethereum ETF news, institutions are coming in. I think a lot of the bad actors have been eradicated, and you're seeing like competitor like Coinbase and us getting a lot more market share, and I think that's a good thing for the business. We always have a lot of emphasis on our custody operation. We make sure that we never commingle funds between the firm and customer funds unless it's like for operation reason. And so these are like very different days from the FTX days.
We saw some SEC action recently related to Ether ETFs. We've heard regulators discussing crypto. Do you welcome regulation? Do you think it can benefit all crypto?
I think if there is a company that can welcome and work with regulator, it's Robinhood. We're already regulated by the SEC and FINRA on the brokerage side. On the crypto side, we have a license with New York, which is probably one of the toughest regulator in the US. We also are expanding our license portfolio. So I think if there is one company that can work with them, it's us. We welcome regulation. We just want to work with them and make sure that they can apply to the space correctly.
What regulation do you think is needed?
You know, there is a lot of things that we've seen in the past. Like, for example, the custody point that I mentioned, like how do we separate funds from the firm funds to the customer funds to make sure that there is never like commitment. I think it's important. I think we need to understand it better. And in the US, there is the security point, right? And trying to understand what we can do in the US to work with this framework is very important. You look at Europe. In the EU, they're starting to really enforce this MiCA framework in January of 2025, and really they have like 1 or 2 years of advance in compared to the US, where we're still discussing what is the security, what is not. So I think just the clarity is really important at this point.
Sure. Now back to the Bitstamp acquisition. Do you think this aligns with Robinhood's overall goal of providing its customers with a broader range of financial services?
I think so. You know, I think at Robinhood, we believe that crypto is here to stay. We believe that it's going to help bridge the gap between traditional finance and the new era of internet. And we really think that, you know, we can improve our systems and offer like better products. So with the acquisition, we are really able to accelerate both on the institutional side and on the customer side globally.
Stocks up more than 80% year to date. Still more room to run?
Well, you know, I think the investors are really excited to see us advancing our product roadmap on a number of dimensions, from international, institutional, vertical integration, and new features and capabilities. And so that's really the thing that are exciting us with the deal. And, you know, it's great to see so far that investors have reacted positively on the news.
All right, good stuff. Great to have you here. Congratulations on the acquisition of Bitstamp. Our thanks to Johan Kerbrot, GM of Robinhood Crypto. Great to have him here.